Grandma Gigi. Trying to get myself all situated. Hi, happy Saturday. Hey, look, Keisha Bass, beautiful. Hey, Grandma Gigi. How y'all doing this Saturday? Cheers to you for giving me a chance. I'll be your. Remember that song? Ray Mary. Okay, darling. Hi. It's so good to see you, boo. Hi, Ray Mary. Hi, Tony Lawson. Let me get you guys pulled up here. Okay. Hi. Hey, Jahal. JP. She made me do it. All right, let me put you on a timeout. How y'all doing? Should I set a goal? Eh, show chat. Okay, let me set a goal, guys. Just for general purposes. Here go my nose itching. What in the... Okay, guys, there we go. Hey, Gigi. Hi, Gigi Boo. Gigi Boo, Gigi Boo, Gigi Boo. Don't forget to hit that like button, everyone. Super chat, super stickers, and badges are available. If you're able to share the live, share the live. You know, look, I'm trying to think of all the things to say. I think I need to leave that to my moderators. Because, guys, I just, I sound like a fish out of water. I sound like a fish. Have you guys seen how many views my short has gotten? I'm going to tell you in a minute. My YouTube studio is blowing up. I got 12 new subscribers. Hi to my new subscribers if you're in here. As a result of one short. That short has really blew up. Oh, my granddaughter just texted me, my beautiful baby. Let me go on over here and tell y'all exactly how many views. Thank you, Tony Lawson. Thank you, my darling. It has, I hope it doesn't play. No, it's not going to play. It has 492 likes, and it has, I think I need to go into the studio to get the absolute amount. I am really tickled about this, guys. It has, wait a minute. Is it going to tell me? Well, anyway, it has 31K views and still climbing. I'm climbing up on the rough side. It's still growing. I told my daughter and them, I said, I think that one's might be the viral one. Because it's only been posted 3 days and it's at 31K. That's the largest any of my TikToks or anything. Thank you, Miss LaWanda. Oh, sugar duggy. Let me heart this and let me go back down and heart. Hi, Tip, my beautiful Tip, baby girl, baby girl. Thank y'all. I'm trying to see if y'all can see my eyelashes. I put some eyeliner on. Oh, God. Don't do that, April. I had the audacity to get all up in the camera like that. Y'all know Miss April ain't got no shame. You know, when you're confident about yourself, that it is what it is. I'ma do me. Let's see if you could do you. That was the title. I'ma do me. Now let's see if you could do you. You remember that song, guys? I'ma do me. You just do you. The world would be such a much more peaceful, beautiful place if that could be, if everybody practiced that that trait. If I focused on just doing me, getting better, growing, focusing on things I need to change in my life, as opposed to what you need to change in your life, I think it would be this world would be a lot more. It would be a big difference. Guys, I was at the gas station, okay, and I saw these. They are pickle balls, dill pickle corn puffs, and they're made from Vlasic. Let me see how much sodium, because I know Roz was talking about pickles on her live today. It says 550 milligram for every 24% serving. This is what they look like. They're good. No, I don't. Oh, that one looked like a heart. That is a pickleball. You hear that? That's that tang on it. They're good. I'll buy anything and try it once. Oh, this is a big one. Oh, I almost dropped it. That look like two together. Hold on. Small talk with Miss Lakeisha. They're good. If you like pickles and you like crunchy, try them out, guys. 14 grams of fat, calories total. 290 calories per one package. And I was actually surprised at the salt intake, because usually, you know, it'd be like 1,000 grams, but this says 550. So guys, if you want to try them, I don't know if anybody has already tried them. They're good. They're worth trying. Hey, excuse me, Asep. Hi, Jan. Jan Rec. It's Eveline. Hi, beautiful. Hi, Tip, my darling. Congrats, April. Thank you, Miss LaWanda. I was so tickled at that. I am very, very, very tickled. I was supposed to do one yesterday and just was so tired because I washed clothes and everything. So I said I'll do it today. So I'm going to do another one today. But that's the one, I think, because like I said, and matter of fact, I can't even promote anything on my YouTube page. Like, you know how you can go and in and enhance or get more followers, or you pay to do that. It says I'm not eligible to promote any of the videos. So I don't know how that one got into the algorithm. It takes one person to share it, guys, and then it's off to the races. So that's what I'm saying for any content creator or anybody that's doing YouTube. All it takes is that one time. And that's how I've heard most people say, say it. The only thing with TikTok with Miss April is I'm just not TikTok as far as doing lives and things, it just doesn't appeal to me. I like my audience over here. I'm comfortable with you guys, and those kind of things. Yeah, let me see what they saying, Grandma Gigi. Kyla. It's me, Riri. Hi, beautiful. Let me get in here so I can make sure I don't miss anyone. Mr. Wonder congratulating me, beautiful Tony Lawson. Thank you guys once again. Happy Saturday to everybody. Hi, Joe Luke. Hi, I like your name, Joe Luke. Kavishka. Hi, Kavishka. Hi, Miss Marva Booker, lady girl. Hi, beautiful. Let me see. It's good. Yeah, it's good. It was good to see you, Ray Mary. Come back and catch the replay, babes. Okay, let me see. All right. Lakeisha, I see you. Gigi's thanking you guys for the support, and thank you for doing that, Gigi, because I absolutely agree. Everybody's saying hi to everybody. I just want to make sure I don't miss. Yes, I am old, Jayla. I am, yes. Probably, especially when it comes to you, darling. But you're over here, so maybe you want to hear some wisdom or something. I don't know. Old and thirsty. Excuse me. Thank you, Gigi. Everybody's saying congratulations. Yes, guys, I'm so tickled about that. That's a lot of views, 31K. And every time I go in there, like the next day, now some people go, they go viral overnight. But this, I told you guys, I honestly feel like I'm going to go viral. I don't know what happens when you go viral. I don't know. I'm not aware. But all I know is one day I just said, this girl, I know what it was. This girl on TikTok was talking, and I was listening to her video, and she was telling how she went viral, was not planning on it. All she did was just go in and do a reel or a short, and she said she woke up the next day to 1 million views. So I started, when a few of mine started getting like high views, I was like, April, there's a chance that you could go viral. Then another day I was like, you are going to go viral. So that thing stuck with me. I am going to go viral. Like I said, I don't know all that it entails, but I know it's a big deal. People do want to go viral. And I like how what we don't, or a lot of us don't realize or don't understand is everybody has their own individual personality. I am who I am, okay? Miss LaWanda's who she is. Tips World. Hey, Marcy Oak. Hi, beautiful. Hi, Lynn TJ. Please say happy birthday, Lena. Happy birthday to Lena. Happy birthday to Lena. Happy birthday, dear Lena. Happy birthday to you. I hope you have a beautiful day, Lena. I hope somebody does something very special for you, okay, sweetheart? And happy birthday, okay? Let me see. Hey, Narc Slayer Speaks. Girl, I'll be loving your post. And I started watching that movie, what is it called? Straws? And I stopped watching it because it started getting intense. It was already tugging it. Excuse me. It immediately tugged at my heart. And I was like, I don't know if I can handle this. I really don't, Narc Slayer, because a mother and a child, whoo, child, that thing. And I seen how everything was piled up on her from the door. I was like, I don't know if I can handle this. Does it have a good, happy ending? I just don't. I don't know if I'm ready to watch it. You know how when your mood, you gotta be like almost prepared to watch something. That's how I feel with that movie. But anyway, hi Sheila Kimbrough. But guys, getting back to talking about people, us as individuals. Everybody has something that they're good at, or something that I heard somebody say in Roz's chat today, that Roz attracts people, and how did they say it? The way that Roz found her niche on here, okay, as we all see. Roz is, and like I said, Roz was a reaction channel from the beginning. Roz got hers out of the mud. There was no one supporting her. You don't understand what I'm saying? No one with clout saying go follow Roz. So Roz built her channel from the ground up. Now they could say, well, Treese was, the reason. No, Treese wasn't the reason. Treese brought her life to the internet, and Roz responded to it. So it was a reaction she gave, and then she wasn't out here like what's happening now, making up lies and doing all this doxing and harassing her, sending people to her house. She didn't do any of that with Treese. Okay, guys? So like I said, the way she got hers, and people still want to talk about her using Treese. We all do that. We all give a reaction to something or someone at some point on YouTube. I don't know why people get so shocked. You understand? Like, don't use me as content, or what are you talking about? We put it out, just like me. I put it out here, what? But I think that once you find, when you become a content creator, you find what you're good at. That's where all the jealousies and envies come in, because people aren't thinking or deeming themselves. They're always focused on what somebody else is doing, and like trying to compare to that. There's some things you just can't compare to. Find your own niche. Find what works for you. Find what attracts your audience to you, April. Boom. And that's what it is. And that, to me, I believe that will be the success for many people when we come on here and we be our total self. I'm not obsessed and focused on what someone else is doing. You understand? I just think that that's one of the big things with being a content creator. And I'm learning and seeing what is working for Miss April, what will cause me to go viral. My left stroke just went viral. Oh, thank you, Jay. Is he listening, Grandma Gigi? So I could talk to him. Hi, Mossy Oak. I haven't seen you in a long time over here, and I'm glad to see you, baby. I really am. And you too, Miss Small Talk with Miss Lakeisha. What did you say, baby? Where is Play Safe? Miss April, you are at. Yes, Miss Lakeisha. We find our own niche, and and how many people, look at this, guys. Think about this. Here it comes. Here it comes. How many people on here that if they were to stop talking about Roz and her family, what would be their content? What would be their content? How successful would they be? Whether we know it or not, I'm attracted. Let me keep it on me. When I'm watching other content creators and things that they're doing on their channels, I'm attracted to what they are doing, what it is about their life. What there's something about their family, their life that attracts me to them, or what they're doing, some gifts that they have. You understand? That's what gets my attention. I want to know who you are. You understand? Not, and I listened to Justice Reacts, y'all, the other day. The thing when she talks about, and I remember when you said this, Roz, and I there on this video, she says all the how listen, you ain't bringing there no receipt, and you talking like you remember something that Roz said word of mouth a year ago. How ridiculous do you sound? And if you don't talk about her, you have no content, none. Who are you? We don't even, who are you? Because you sure, when they talk about fanned out, you talk like you live in her house. Like you know everything going on. That is insane. Do you, borderline loony. You don't live with her. You understand what I'm saying? But of course, I would respect you more if you hear this. My cousin sent me a text. I would respect you more if you just outright admitted that you use Ross for your content to make money on YouTube. Okay? As opposed to calling yourself, you talk like you know Ross better than Ross knows Ross. Oh my goodness. You understand? And her family. You feel me? And I'm not talking about anybody else that you talk about. I was, like I said, that blows my mind, but because that's all it is. That's pretty much basically what it is, because anything that you say about her is not valid to me. You understand? It goes in one ear and right out the other. It just tripped me out how you were talking and saying, I remember when she said this. I remember when she said that about this. So what? So what? We all know that you're making money. You should say every now and again. Let me give you a suggestion. Every now and again, throw a thank you, Roz, out there. If you get a bigger check one month, then throw a thank you, Roz. Okay, I would respect you more if you did that. Okay, I'm just saying. And that's enough of that. But I could not listen to that. You understand? You talking like you know this woman and her family better than she does. Come on, man. Where they do that at? On YouTube. Okay, Broken. Hi, Broken, but I'm broken. Hi, Play Save. Hi, darling. Mossy Oak said, it's hard for me, Auntie April, but I want to support. Oh, baby, I just love seeing you today. And you do support me, baby. You do. You said, but you just don't know how much. Oh, I look like my auntie. You just don't know how much you look like my auntie. Oh, I just lost. It's not personal. You just like the rest. I'm better. She visited me in. Wait a minute. It's hard for me, Auntie April, but I want to support you. Just don't know how much you look like my auntie. I remember you saying that to me. Wow. I would love to see a picture. And I didn't know you lost. Is that what you're saying, baby? Because if it is, I am so truly, my condolences, boo. Hi, Ozella, baby. I see you. Hi, Zach. I'm good, Zach. How are you, darling? Let me see what Tom said. Oh, my Lord. Why do these people be saying stuff? Anything comes out of their mouth. That lady, whatever he is, trying to just fit in. Let me ping you. that lady, whatever she or he is, just trying to fit in and a follower. She has no content, none, um, at all. And nobody can get out here and say they know everything about everything, every situation. And they do, she does that a lot. But like I said, it is very apparent that you use Roz and her family for your content. And if what would happen if YouTube said you find some content without it being bashing or harassing or doing bullying or whatever to another content creator, what would you bring to the plate? Because it's not hard. It's not hard to come out. Like I said, I like seeing people who are themselves. I don't want to sit up and watch somebody that tries to analyze and delve into another person's life. Why is that a focus? Like I said, if it's to make money on YouTube and you see that's what attracts money to your channel, then that's what you do. But to honestly, seriously try to, or not try to, but take a person's life and that is your sole focus. You are so, what is the word, guys? It's not fatal attraction. Okay, let me ask this question. Do you guys think that the people that do this, take Roz, and Roz is all of their content, they're trying to find out her life, every jot and tittle of her life. Do you think that they honestly know that they do it for money because that's what gets them money on YouTube? Or do you think that they honestly do it because there's something going on inside of them that has become so obsessed with her? What do you think it is? If you had to give an opinion on it, do you think that they're honest with themselves and would admit that they know in their heart that they do it because it gives them money? Or do you think that they do it because there's some sickness or something? You understand what I'm saying? You understand? And if that's your content and you have followers as a result of it, that's your business. If you like it, I love it. But like I said, who are you? We don't know anything about nothing. I don't. I've never heard. I've seen you do a couple reviews on some Bojangles chicken, or that kind of thing. How and all you got all this knowledge of her doing things the wrong way with her children. How did you raise your daughter? I mean, did you let us know? We want, if you had some good things, if you had some regimens or, that resulted out of her being successful, or what did you do? What kind of a parent were you? We would love to hear that. You understand? As opposed to you talking about somebody else's parenting all the time. Because you were a parent, right? But I've never, not once heard you say anything about that. Nothing of what you did, how you disciplined, how you the things that you instilled in your daughter. None of that, because those kind of things actually can help people if they're valid, if they're good things, even if there's something painful that you had to learn from. I had to learn, the hard way as a parent. I wasn't the best parent at times. We get into parenthood, and we kids raising kids. Have you ever heard that? But like I said, it'd be too much for me. Alan, please don't repeat your comment. Miss April will get to you. Hey, Starburst 168. I think I do too, Tony. There's something off center there, in my opinion. I know, see, look, Tony Lawson, Miss April knows she got some things off with her. Very much aware of it. Okay? Took me many years and through much pain to see that something was wrong because I kept repeating and doing this crazy stuff in my life. But now I'm very much aware of it. Okay? Very much. Very in tune. And I pray on a regular basis. God revealed to me what I need to see so that I can elevate. Because I'm only responsible for me. I could talk till I'm blue in the face about what you should be doing, what you shouldn't be doing. What does that accomplish? What does that mean in my life? What is that doing to elevate me? You understand? Sometimes people want to hear what's going on with you. Tony said, I think something's wrong. And who am I supposed to see? Hi, Alan. Okay, I understand. They don't want to mention their own failures. And why? That's what I don't understand. Why? Because everybody has failures. You grow from, you know what? Maybe because they haven't grown from them. That could be it. One thing. Hi, Blessed Dynasty. What's the matter with Mossy Oak? What is going on, baby? Okay, let me read Alan. Okay, Alan, what's going on? Please be respectful like they told you, baby, or they will put you out of the chat. So you got to keep your comments respectful. I think it's obsession. It is. Let me look up that word, Miss Lakeisha. Obsession. I just know, guys, and I'm not, like I said, I don't care what people, honestly, it doesn't matter what people do on their channels. Their channel, they could do whatever they want. But it's the denial thing for me. Like I said, if you came and you said, yeah, so what? I use her as my content and I get paid well to do it. And people like it. They like when I come. And I know, and I see that with a lot of the subscribers, just like with Roz's subscribers. I see them loving that. I keep wanting to say he. Loving that she talks about Roz. Loving it. Loving it. Welcome, Starburst 68. I don't know if you renewed. I don't know if you are resubbing, but thank you, my beautiful. All right, let me look at this word, guys. And like I said yesterday, I was thinking that I said one of the most difficult things for Miss April to do. But when I did it, guys, it changed my life. It changed me. Was to look within and not to look out here. When I started looking within myself and started addressing some issues that I have. That's why if somebody says something to me or says that I do something negative or you weren't a good mother, I would say, yeah, you're right. At one time I wasn't. But at this time in my life, I've gotten better. I don't fly off the handle hearing the negative things or hearing like people say things on here to try to paint a narrative of who you are as a person. But when you really truly know who you are, those things will not affect you. Like with my daughter that passed, I know my daughter loved me. Nobody could ever tell me different. A lot of people say I didn't know she was unalived for days and days. That's not true. Those kind of things. And even if it was true, so what? I mean, you understand? Life is life. That still doesn't change the fact that I love my daughter and she loved me. Did I fail at being a parent? At points in my lifetime, absolutely. Did I do better? And did I do some life-changing things that caused things to be better? Absolutely. But knowing that instead of trying to sweep it under the rug, or it's like, if you notice, think about this, guys. A person that is constantly looking at another person's life or looking at another person constantly, that means that they don't want to look at their self, or it's called deflection. You want to point the finger at this person doing this, doing that, doing this, because you can't look, you don't want to look at your own. Because if you look at your own, it's too painful maybe, and you can't handle it. Like they say, you can't handle the truth. Hope you're having, I am broken, but I'm broken. And I hope you are too, baby. And I'm like Miss Ross. Thank you so much. Keep the positive posts coming, girl. They are so good. And do you bring those together, broken, but I'm broken? Or a lot of those your thoughts? Because, girl, you need to get them copywritten to where nobody could copy them, right? Put them in a book, like get you a little notebook and copyright those, because those are things that could go on bumper stickers. Those are things that you understand what I'm saying? Not just a bumper sticker, but and people will take those and use them. They absolutely will. Okay, let me read obsession. It says the state of being obsessed with someone or something. Okay, let's break it down. Hold on. What is the real meaning? Obsession is defined as recurrent, intrusive ideas, thoughts, impulses, or images that are distressing and recognized as the individual's own, leading to unsuccessful attempts to resist them. Okay, that was kind of difficult to understand. Let me see if this breaks it down. When someone is obsessed, they've lost control of their feelings about the object of their obsession. They've lost control of their feelings about the object of their obsession. The adjective obsessed is often used to simply mean very interested. But when someone is truly obsessed, their interest has become compulsive and they've begun to lose control over it. What is obsession in a person? An obsession is a reoccurring thought of something or someone where they always seem to be on a person's mind. Obsession may be passing occurrences or a long-term interest, and may or may not be uncomfortable experiences. Obsession may often reoccur in your daily life and thoughts. Okay, hold on. If someone is obsessed with a person or thing, they keep thinking about them and they find it difficult to think about anything else. Let me read that again. If someone is obsessed, you see a lot of obsessed people out here, don't we? If someone is obsessed with a person or thing, they keep thinking about them and find it difficult to think about anything else. Wow. Let me see what it says here. It says, what causes obsessed? Some people with obsessions have obsessive compulsive disorder, OCD. Many factors increase the likelihood of developing OCD, including genetics, trauma, stress, parenting style, brain abnormalities, Tony Lawson, and medical conditions. Is obsession a mental illness? They said obsessive compulsive disorder, OCD, in which you have uncontrollable patterns of thinking or behaviors. You may feel forced to perform certain physical or mental acts to relieve the stress of unwanted thoughts. Wow. Hold on, guys. I'm going to get back in the chat. What to say instead of... What is an obsessed behavior? And then I'm going to get in the chat because I see people talking. What is an obsessed behavior, guys? Let's see what an obsessed behavior is. It says thinking about something or someone or doing something too much all the time. Too much all the time, every day, 3 and 4 times a day. He's obsessed about punctuality, like typical of or caused by an obsession, obsessive secrecy, obsessionable behavior. Hold on. What are the 5 stages? The first one is infatuation. Second one is intensification. Third one is obsession. Fourth one is destruction. Fifth one is resolution. Got to get into solution, guys. Hold on. How do I know? How do we know if someone's obsessed with us? How do we know, guys? Let's see what they say. Someone might be obsessed with you if they exhibit intense and persistent thoughts and actions focused on you, often accompanied by behaviors. Ooh, it's getting good. Listen. Often accompanied by behaviors like jealousy, possessiveness, need for reassurance, excessive interaction, boundary violations, and manipulation. These behaviors can be harmful and require understanding and support. Let me come back in this chat. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Blessed Dynasty. Hey, April Love, Mods, and all my beautiful sisters in the chat. Y'all continue to have a very blessed, amazing day on purpose. You too, darling. I'm headed out the door to my cousin's birthday dinner celebration. Blessed Dynasty, enjoy yourself, beautiful girl. Enjoy. And these are what I was telling Roz about earlier in the chat. They are Jolly Rancher sour gummies. Tastes just like a Jolly Rancher. These things are, y'all, I love new stuff. Anything, I like trying all this stuff. Y'all see me. Hold on, guys. Mossy Oak said, that's why, ooh. That thing is hard. That hit my back of my throat. That's why I'm single. I gave that thing up, and boy, it was hard getting rid of that joker. Girl, obsession can be terrible. A serious thing. Hi, Lisa Clark, my beautiful boo. Hi, Christine Foot, baby. You don't want these problems. Hey, where's you don't want these problems at? And I need a job to help my little bro. Well, I'll pray for you, Alan. Okay, darling? I'll pray for you about getting a job. I can't help you get a job, honey, but I'll pray for you. Okay, sweetie? God can help you get a job. They don't want to mention their own failures. Starburst, yeah, I read that. And that's right. Hey, you don't want these problems. Hi, boo. Blessed Dynasty says she hopes you feel better, Marcio. Okay. You know what to do, Gwen, darling. Apu, I remember you, Apu1990. I remember you. I think it is obsession. Definitely. And you know what? Small talk with Miss Lakeisha. My thing is this. I thank God that YouTube is not that way for Miss April, that it's not my end all be all. I appreciate it so much. And I think it's an amazing thing that we can come out here and actually do this and YouTube, pay us. I think it's incredible. This is like mind blowing. Just and this is how I explain to people, coming somewhere where you're just being yourself. You understand what I'm saying? You come out here and you are yourself. Me personally, I am always attracted to content creators who show themselves. Now, somebody that comes on here and is good at roasting and doing those kind of things, if you're able to roast and leave it to YouTube, that's one thing. But when you have gotten to a place where you are so obsessed that you are in this person's life doing any and every and all thing to try to make their life as uncomfortable as possible, that statement, misery loves company, how did you end up targeting this person? Where did you understand what I'm saying? It has nothing to do with the individual. The individual has not done anything to you. Okay? Nothing. You don't even know this individual. You've never met them in your life. Ever. You've not had a relationship with them. And to go that hard, to be that obsessed, you understand what I'm saying? What is that? What is that? There is a lot of undiagnosed mental illness in the world. Miss April was in denial for many years when it came to the mental illness. I know that if our mind is sick, everything that follows is sick. So if I'm not working on my mental health is just as important as physical health. I know you guys know that and are aware of that. Our mental health is just as important. But I think being honest, the only person that I need to be honest with, for real, is not anybody on YouTube. It's with Miss April. I need to be honest with myself. I thank God that I have a relationship with God. I give so much honor and acknowledgement to God for a lot of good things in my life, because I know that in my flesh dwells nothing good. And like I said, I think that maybe because of the traumatic life that I had or lived or did things that I did to myself and did to others, I think that gave me a one-up on understanding that I have to take a look and have to do inward work. And for many years, I didn't want to do that. And as long as I didn't, I suffered greatly. I will repeat the same thing. Sometimes we wonder why this keeps happening to me. Why does this same situation keep happening? It's because I have not learned from it. I'm not learning. Because when you learn and you see it and you understand it, that's when you do something different. You realize, I can't keep doing it this way. Whatever it is, I can't keep doing it. I have to find something different. Something, like they say, we all have a routine, guys. I do. I get up, brush teeth, wash up, prepare my coffee, all of that stuff. We have a routine. If I could learn to do something different in the day, one little thing different, because you understand what I'm saying? And that's how I look at growth and change in my life, or wanting to grow. And when I come out here and I point out those things, like when I pointed that out with Justice Reacts, is because I went over there and I listened, and I'm giving what I see. Not only that, I know that I'm not going to Um, do I judge her? No, I don't care, because I really don't care what she does. Honestly, guys, I don't. Um, but I be wondering, am I the only one that sees this? Or do they actually, it's like saying, do I believe the BS that I'm giving you? You understand? Do I believe my own bull crap? Do I? You understand? And I see a lot of people in their big age that is so out of touch with their self. And I think a lot of it has to do with self-confidence. I think a lot of it has to do with self-loathing. You understand? You can really see when a person has internal self-loathing, because they display it in other people's lives. We give what we have within ourselves. You understand? That's why that statement, misery loves company, is so real and so true. We could be so miserable in our life that all we know to do is give misery. You see? So like I said, I'm just going to continue to do the what is it called, self evaluations on a daily basis, because I've learned to do that. I've had lots of therapy, and I had to work a program, guys. That's why Miss April knows these things. I had to work a program to change my behaviors, to see the behaviors and then to change them, because if I don't see them, how can I change them? And I was one of those ones that did want to look outside of myself and point the finger at everybody. But when it's all said and done, I don't care what anybody does. I am not responsible for what nobody does to me or anybody else. I'm only responsible for what I do. And when we get that true understanding of that, we let people be who they are. We just know what we'll deal with and what we will not. Feel me? Hold on. Raws is branded in their minds. They eat raws, sleep raws. To me, that's crazy. All the time. It's like, can you give it a break? Can you come and do something different? I don't know, man. Because it makes me look at you more and more with a side eye. It don't make me look at her. It makes me look at you like, Hold on. Yeah, running through their mind. Hold on. Marcia said, it's bad in relationships as well, and it gets scary, all jokes aside. That's right, baby. I had to do some things I never thought, oh, my sweetheart. Wait a minute. Marcia said, I had to do some things I thought never thought I would do to get away from a situation. But God, thank God it's over. And I thank God with you, baby. And I've been in a situation like that. I can definitely relate. And we learn from that, Marcio. Thank God. We got to, we learn so we don't repeat the same thing. And no, let me read this. Yes, I think some people start off by admiring the person before it turns into obsession, especially if the person rejects them. They can't accept the rejection. Right. It feels too familiar, like a childhood trauma. And then let's say this. Let's put this on the table. I hear a lot of people say this person is evil, that person's evil, this person's a snake, that person's a snake. With me, I don't spend too much of my time determining who's a snake and who's none of that, or evil. Now, I'll see evil, okay? I've said there's people that are evil. I see their evil deeds. Everything that we talk about, or everything, it's what you see in a person. I can do this all day long. How am I living? What is my life? What's going on in my life, guys? That's the question of how I'm treating people, how I'm living my life, how I treat my husband, how I treat my neighbors. You understand? How I treat myself first and foremost. But I don't walk around, you know why? Because everybody has snake tendencies. We all are human, we all are flesh. Everybody's susceptible to do, what do they call it, snakish behavior, if that's what we want to call it. You understand? Me personally, dealing with evil people, there are evil people in this world. Evil. That be blowing my mind. To me, an evil person is somebody who allows, just like people allow God to use them for his glory and his kingdom, the enemy, who we call Satan, the God of this world, uses people to do evil things. Okay? So we need to know that as well. We just have to make a choice of what way we gonna go. Huh? Okay? It says profoundly immoral. All morals out the window. Ain't got a moral bone in their body. And wicked. That's what evil. Listen, guys.
Evil. Evil.
I've seen a lot of
evil.
I rebuke
Evil.
God has precedence over
Evil.
I believe there's good and
Evil.
all right, let me get to the, what is the full meaning? These are good, guys. The term evil encompasses a broad range of meaning, guys. I like when they say broad range, because most things we talk about has so many broad ranges. You could talk about it, branch off on things, and talk about things for days, the same topic, but it has so many different meanings. It says the term evil encompasses a broad range of meanings, primarily referring to something morally wrong or bad, and often involving harm or suffering. You hear that, guys? Often referring to something morally wrong or bad, and often involving harm or suffering. I say that people that come on YouTube and try to really, really hurt people they've never met in life, try to do things to cause harm to these people or someone, that's evil. It ain't got nothing to do with the other person. They're evil. They are being led by their father, the devil. Okay? Hold on. It can also describe something that is harmful, causing pain or misfortune. Here's evil, guys. Here's moral evil. This refers to actions and choices that are considered morally wrong, wicked, or depraved. Examples include violence, cruelty, and dishonesty. Okay? Natural evil. This refers to suffering caused by natural events like disasters or diseases. Harmful or injurious. Evil can also describe anything that causes pain, suffering, or misfortune. Hold on. Listen to this. Negative qualities. Hi, Yo-Yo, beautiful. Negative qualities. Listen, guys. Evil can be associated with negative character traits like anger, irritability, or a disposition to be disagreeable. Hold on. Evil can be associated with negative character traits like anger, irritability, or a disposition to be disagreeable. Misfortune or unluckiness. Sometimes evil is used to describe unfortunate events or circumstances. What defines someone as evil? It says evil as a concept is usually defined as profoundly immoral behavior. Hold on, guys. Let's see what that means. Immoral behavior. Okay, listen. And it is related to acts that cause unnecessary pain and suffering to others. Excuse me, guys. They cause unnecessary pain and suffering to others. So you see, there's evil people on here. That's the definition you give them. Always remember that but always remember God is greater than all of that. That's what I always like to come back with. I don't care how evil a person is. God fights my battles. The battle is not mine. I'm not trying to come against an evil person or fight an evil person. No, ma'am. I let God do it. Immoral behavior refers to actions or thoughts that violate established moral standards, ethics, or law, often causing harm or being considered wrong. It encompasses acts like stealing, cheating, lying, and harming others. Among other transgressions, immorality is often contrasted with moral behavior which adheres to ethical principles and societal norms. Hold on. Examples: stealing, cheating, lying, violence, sexual misconduct, profanity are all examples of actions that can be considered immoral. Wow, I never knew that. Okay, hold on. Immorality is evil, sinful, or otherwise wrong behavior. Immorality is often called wickedness and is a state or avoided by good people. Let me read that again. Immorality is evil, sinful, or otherwise wrong behavior. Immorality is often called wickedness and is a state avoided by good people. Guess what? Oh, I've been on an hour. Here it comes. Let me put these down. They're so good, I can't stop. Here it comes, guys. Let me get back in the chat. Thank you, Jesus. I thank you. I thank you, Father God. Once again, there is no perfect person on this earth. Not name one. The word says all have sinned and fallen short of the glory of God. All of us. Don't think you by yourself. Miss April will never think she's better than anyone. Miss April lived a very immoral life. Yes, she did. Yes. Thank God that I'm still here. Thank God that I can talk about it and know that it was in my past. Thank God that I'm not trying to hurt not a person on this earth. Thank God that I know I wear in my heart and deep in my spirit, I wish everyone could win in life, in their own individual life. Find their niche of what works for them in life and live their life. Okay? I wish that. Unfortunately, it's not going to be that way. It's just not. So what Miss April does is focuses on her little life, the things that she needs to do. I need to hold myself accountable for my behaviors, not yours. Not yours. If someone does something to hurt me and I survive it, I thank God that I survived it. I thank God that now I know what it is. You understand what I'm saying? I thank God that I know I have boundaries in life today. I thank God that I know I don't have to give people my misery or my pain. I give it to the Most High God. He says, cast all your cares on me, for I care for you. So I'm going to give it to him because he can do something about it. You understand? I'm not going to walk around here because of, and the reason why a lot of people are doing the things that they're doing because they're still living that way, guys. You understand what I'm saying? They're still living in an immoral life. Okay, not willing to change, not wanting to change. Some people don't think they need to change. Some people, it's too painful for them to look at their self. They are afraid to see the truth. Because, and how, why? Because the truth sets us free. So we will continue to live in delusions and lies because that's what makes us feel better. But when you can face who you are, not only that, when you see yourself as God sees you, you start opening up a little more to God and you say, okay, that's ugly, Lord. I don't like that about myself. And God will help you work it through. You know? But like I said, like my title says, I'ma do me. Now let's see if you can do you. And while I'm doing me, guess what I'm gonna do, y'all? Guess what I'm gonna do? I'm going to continue to pray. Continue to pray for the people, definitely for the people I love and care about. Oh my God, yes. Oh my God, yes. Yes. Let me see what they said. Where did the Black Ops go say? Oh my goodness, that's crazy. People just say anything out their mouth. Hi, Ozella. Thank you, Yo-Yo, that girl. I see my Sunday jewels. Thank you, beautiful. Let me see if anybody else did. Because I don't want to miss nobody. Broken, but I'm broken. We due for one of those posts, baby. I haven't seen none in a while. But guys, like I said, having said all that, and I did bring up JR over there because I did go listen, and it wasn't that I was surprised because the reason why I talk about her is because she's up in my age. She's in my age bracket, and you know, so I feel like I can say some things, you know, regarding that. But I would love to hear her come talk about her parenting skills of how she was when she raised her young lady. You understand? As opposed to hearing about Roz and how Roz is raising her children. How did it work for you, Justice? And I'll talk about mine. You want me to talk about my parenting, the good, the bad, and the ugly? I sure will. I sure will. I sure will. And if you notice, I don't get on here focused on what another content creator is doing 24/7. No ma'am, no ham, and no turkey. And my channel is good. My channel is good. You understand me? And let Miss April about to go viral. Not even from YouTube. Just from a reel. I'll still say hey to you, buddy. You don't want these problems. I'm getting off here, guys. I've been rambling enough. Miss Lakeisha, your insight is very good. My beautiful Sharon. What's wrong, Random Rants? Jesus Christ is Lord. Yes, he is. All the new guys that have come in the chat, hit those 3 dots, guys. Turn that notification bell black. What'll happen is you'll be notified when I go live, okay? Or when I post a post, or when I do a short. So hit that, we want subscribers, okay? Please and thank you. Hi, Sharon. You're going to have to catch the replay. Miss April about to... Hey, yeah, my niece, it's coming. My left stroke just went viral. Yeah, did you see that short? Cheryl, did you see it? Hey, reincarnated angel. What's up? How's it going? Quote for the day. Someone is sitting in the shade today because someone planted a tree a long time ago. That's beautiful. I miss you. I'm so happy to see you. And Cheryl, thank you for babysitting my grandson, girl. Autumn said he loves you. I said, oh, thank you, baby. Give her a break sometime. I appreciate you doing that. I really do. And I'm glad to see you, my darling. Yes, it is coming, Cheryl. I claimed it. I'm going to go viral. I'm going viral. He is your boo, ain't he? He my boo. He my tutors. That's my tutors. I got to talk to my tutor. Miss April, it is done. Yes. Tell Jay, thank Jay for my super chat thingy. Tell him I said, Miss April said, thank him. And congratulations to him as well, because he's moving up the ladder. So telling Miss April said, yay. And she's praying for him. All right, guys, I'm out of here. I'm hungry. I'm going to continue eating on these pickleballs. And then till I think of what I want to eat. If you haven't tried these, guys, give them a try. I'm very impressed. All right. Okay, I'm glad you told me. His graduation is this Wednesday, and I want a picture. I want a picture. All right, Sharon, I love you, baby. All right, Miss LaWanda, reincarnated angel, Christine Foote, Grandma Gigi, everybody in the chat. Let me see who else. Mossy Oak, thank you, baby, and thank you for your input. You said a lot of good things today. Thank you. Thank you, Random Rants, whatever you're talking about. Thank you. Let me see. Small Talk with Miss Lakeisha. Thank you for your great insight. And I'm praying for you, Mossy Oak. It's a bet. Okay, I see what you're saying. All right. Blessed Dynasty, my beautiful Starburst. Let me see who else. Ozella, beautiful. Guys, thank you for hitting that like button. I got 59 likes. That's a good thing. I got some super chats. I didn't reach my goal, which is quite all right. Let me see. I was close. I said if I did a goal, oh, excuse me. Oh, I was close, y'all. I said that I would, come on, what is happening? My computer is freezing. Hold on. I said if I had got 5 thingies, I would have done a live cooking video. I got the hiccups on YouTube. We almost got there, and I would have did a lot. I would have did my famous spaghetti. I would have done that. But anyway, guys, love you. Hi, Yana. I got the hiccups, Yana. I gotta go, baby. If you're not subscribed to the channel, Yana, hit those 3 dots. Turn that notification bell black. You'll get notified every time I go live. I gotta dye my hair and stuff, guys, before I get it cut. You see my gray? I'm dyeing it either tonight or tomorrow. Then I get my hair done on Tuesday. I hope it looks pretty. I gotta go. I'm rambling. All right, guys. Have a good day. Ooh, stop the hiccups. Ooh, look at my fingers. Come on. There we go.